Oh, we're going full screen Fett.
Of course.
It's treason. Look at that. Look at. Oh my God! Did you see that? I don't even know what that was.
I believe you will bring balance to the force.
Look at my nip that.
Do it.
That's $90 all day, right?
Like that, with that voice.
Rip into it.
Perfect.
Don't forget, toymigos, they're not dolls. Every Thursday night, 8:15 p.m. Ho, ho, ho. Hey guys, what's up? I am Ernie, the one and only Fallen Fett. Welcome to another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. Thank you so much for being here. Man, this is definitely a I'm not supposed to be here episode. So like I wasn't even going to do an episode tonight. It's Star Wars week. It's our anniversary. So I was going to do the whole dinner thing and like that, but our plans changed and got canceled. So I'm here. And I thought there was so much news today. What better way than to do a Star Wars episode than with a very good friend of mine? I have the honor of bringing on to the show the one and only Paul SUN-HYUNG Lee.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Happy
Paul.
anniversary, Ernie.
Thank you.
To you and Corinne.
Thank you very much. May the 4th. Got to be that nerd. So I know we're on the 3rd today. Yes, everybody, I do know that. I didn't screw up my anniversary. But tomorrow we have a prior engagement of going with the Sarlacc Digest down to the social here in Apple Valley, California, what we've been doing for 4 years, to where we get with UNICEF and we bring an unwrapped toy. That's your entry in, at least $10 or more. And then we're going to have trivia, giveaways, drink specials, everything that you can imagine for a geeked out Star Wars. May the 4th be with you. So...
Sorry, did you say an unwrapped toy or a wrapped toy?
No, an unwrapped toy.
So it's got to be unwrapped. Like, so if I showed up with this and just put it in?
Okay. You know what it is? Because it's usually during Christmas time. So that's why I still say that spiel like that. So, yes,
so it's got to be
toy.
a new toy, just not wrapped up.
A new toy, $10 toy, yes. Do you know that, because of all the Christmas stuff, usually for Toys for Tots? And so I'm always so used to saying that. It just comes out automatically. Thank you for clarifying that so much. And we're already off to a great start.
Professional YouTubing.
Professionals. Yes. So that's what we do. And then we do that tomorrow night. So we're committed to that. I am missing everybody who is doing the Disneyland Star Wars night. I saw the pictures yesterday. It looked even better than last year. Last year it was me, Yoko, RMD, Paul. Fred was there. Who else? Oh my God, we had so many people there. Corinne and I had a blast. We love the different Star Wars nights that they do, and that was special because in the morning it was celebration, and then we went to the Disneyland Star Wars night. So unfortunately, we're not going to make it there this year. But RMD is there. RMD, if you're watching right now, have a blast. Send me some pictures. I was checking everybody out last night. They had Anakin, Queen Amidala, Luke and Leia with R2, Rex, the Cantina Band, Jawas, all at different picture spots. So that was really cool. And then they're having sabers everywhere, saber meetups. And then this year that they're doing different is down Main Street. They have a live DJ this time. And man, they were playing the jams last night. I was watching some of the lives and wishing they did that beforehand. But so everybody who's going to Disneyland for Star Wars night, have a blast. Send me your pictures. Let me know how it was. We will be doing that. And may the 4th be with you all. But today there was a special Hasbro presentation from the folks over on Star Wars side of Hasbro. And there was some Black Series news. There was some vintage news. But the whole reason I had to get you here, Paul, was in their Pike reveal coming down the pipe was they're going to do Carson Teva head, helmet, a bucket. Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
Something from Hasbro. Yes, without the head.
It's
yeah. It's not a figure.
It's nice to get that acknowledgement.
Yes.
You know, certainly I'd like to tease Hasbro about that every chance.
Yeah.
Throw a little
All
bit
of
of
us
my
do.
figure, Hasbro. Where is it?
Yeah. And people were hitting them in the
but,
comments on the live immediately. So that's
cool.
nice too. Yeah. They even, you know what? Let me bring it up real quick. I have it here so we can see it. I cut it from the live. So let me see here. Let me see if I can get this without taking myself away. As I so famously do every single time. Share screen, share screen. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here if I can do this. We'll get into what they did today. There was some good stuff revealed today.
It's your friend General Grievous.
Got one of our premium roleplay helmets. So one of a very short list of characters that has appeared in all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. It's Carson Teva. So it's a great way with this helmet for fans to represent the New Republic in kind of the same way Carson Teva does. Just carrying logos around. And
is it basically Carson Teva, Mando, and Grogu? Are those the only 3 to be in
they may be
all 3 seasons?
I think so.
Maybe some others, but it's a short list. So
it's a short list, yeah. For
I'm going to say, yeah. Right now, there are 2 things wrong with this
okay, what was that?
video. First of all, I was not in
grades
season 1
battle
of the
damage General Grievous. This item is available at GameStop in the US.
I don't know why it kept playing.
It just kept playing. It's technology. Yeah. That's why. Witchcraft.
I guess. So. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was not in the first season of The Mandalorian, although it feels like it sometimes. I'm not in all 3 seasons, just seasons 2 and 3. And it's pronounced Teva.
Teva.
I'm gonna say that. I'm just gonna it's pronounced Teva, and the only reason I know it's that's because Jon Favreau, because I was in the same boat. Say Teva, Teva.
Okay.
Well, and
I say it Jon Favreau always for everybody.
Yeah, he pronounced it Teva. So I thought, okay, well, if Jon Favreau says it's Teva, then it's Teva. So
then that's what we're going with.
yeah. And I think Carl Weathers as Grief Karga has appeared in all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. So he's another character that was all 3 seasons. IG 11, also all 3 seasons
with a name change.
That's right.
To 12
the
now.
Armorer. That's right.
Yes.
The Armorer.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's back. I don't think he's IG 12 anymore.
Oh, because at the end he went back to 11 when they switched him over.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
right.
so. And Paz
But
Vizsla, although I don't think he'd be back for season 4. Spoilers.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, unfortunately, spoiler. But still, congratulations. I'm glad they gave you that acknowledgement and everything. That was cool. They think so. So hopefully soon there will be a figure maybe down the line revealed. So
yeah, they have to make the molds.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Luckily for me, they have the base Rebel pilot helmet, which is the Red 5 helmet, which they've turned it and done the repaint for the Wedge Antilles, and then Trapper Wolf, and now Carson Teva. And the cool thing is, from what I heard, from what I hear, I mean, I have one of these helmets actually gifted to me by Hasbro. Thank you very much. The Trapper Wolf helmet, it's an electronic one, and there's some dialogue between Trapper Wolf and Carson Teva in that. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, somebody told me on one of my on social media. It's like if you listen to it, there's some chatter between the two, which is cool. So
yeah, I wasn't aware of that it had that. I knew some of them, have the voice clips and everything in there, but I didn't know that was in there. That's cool. I still need to get that one actually. That's the it's the only one I'm missing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the only one I'm missing. I always try and get the Star Wars Black Series ones. I'm okay with them, and I like them for the collection. So I've always gotten all of the buckets. And I got, like, next to me, I have a grip of Mandos. And so I got Mandalorian, Boba Fett, the blue one, and then I got Bo. So I do need that one. I have the Luke one. Man, because they've done a lot actually.
Yeah.
In that series of helmets.
Oh yeah. They have Darth Vader, two different versions of Darth Vader. The Phase 2 clone helmet, I think, just got released, or has it been released yet? It's been released. I've seen reviews for it. The Phase 2 clone trooper. No.
Yeah.
Or is
I know, but
soon?
released. I don't know if it's released yet, or if that was like early that
haven't done
everybody got.
Yeah.
And
the Poe Dameron one, Kylo Ren.
The Poe.
Yep.
I have all those.
What else? Oh yeah, the Scout Trooper one. I'm looking forward to seeing that one because that'll be the first.
I have that on order.
Yeah. The mass-produced one. Remember, that one looks really sweet.
We were joking about it because I don't think that's gonna be the first one my head's not gonna fit in.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna
that is
pinch down.
Unfortunately, right? Like that Black Series one's a bit small.
Gonna
just because,
be
although
very, very hard.
The Mandalorian ones and the Boba Fett ones were roomier than I thought they were gonna be, but they're still.
That's true.
I mean, I think the pilot helmets do run small. Like I can't wear one with the padding in it because it just squeezes my head too much.
I can't either. I have to take all that out, which is great. They put the padding in there, but I have to take it out and then sit it there loose.
Yeah.
For like a picture, just messing around, then you tilt it back and it looks good. But yeah.
Right.
Other
you
than
can
that,
always get one of those, fabricate one of those pilot skull caps, that they wear in Empire Strikes Back. Just as something. Just, the padding's just a little bit too thick. Yeah. So I think if I could get Anna, or I could fabricate myself like thinner padding just to keep the helmet in place, that'd be cool. But or you could just go old school and use foam.
Yeah,
like the sponge foam.
I got tons of that. But then the old school foam also gives you that line, and it stinks right away. So it is the problem. But as you're wearing it, and you're like, "What is that?" Oh, it's me.
It's me.
That's my fault. Yeah. But no, man. So congratulations today. That's great because now you've had Gentle Giant Ltd with the bust, and now Hasbro. This is the first official Hasbro. There was Star Wars shirts that everybody found on Hot Topic and Amazon.
That's right.
So yeah, we're
everything's
getting
coming
there.
up Millhouse. Yeah,
we're getting there. Almost. So that's cool. And then you did a show today too with Jazzwares.
Yeah.
And you actually had one again just last week for the N1, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And then
they liked
again
it so
today.
Much they asked me back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I wouldn't see any other choice but you, because your love for it and the hunting for it. I mean, you've literally hunted some of those, treasure hunts, basically the rare ones, and
chases.
you've scored on them. Yeah. All the chase ones and everything, which is cool. So that was great, man. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
And then you guys revealed
that's
some
why
stuff
I feel
today.
really fortunate because, this is a line that I love. Micro Galaxy Squadron, the Star Wars stuff. It's like they exploded overnight. The popularity of this particular line of toys. I mean, and for those of you who don't know, Jazzwares and they actually produce these really fantastic ships from the Star Wars line, and they span now all the way from episode 1. There you go. Ernie's got the tie. It's the battle damage one, right? From episode 1 all the way to they have sequel ships now. I think Poe Dameron's X-Wing has been released into the wild, and it's great. So I was lucky enough, they asked me to come on board and to do a couple of reveals and unboxings of some pre-orders, some Target exclusive and Amazon.com exclusive. Or no, the Amazon one isn't exclusive, but like the pre-orders for some of their ships that are dropping tomorrow, May 4th, these pre-orders. And I got an advanced look at it. So they sent me some product. It's not the finalized product. They're still tweaking
Way
them,
early.
some of the paint and stuff like that. Yeah. But these are like really close and
so
I mean,
cool.
This is, you can see on my live stream here, but like this is their Lambda class shuttle that they're releasing. This will be available for pre-order, I think, on Amazon.com May 25th, which is actually coincides with the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. But like this is a stupendous, like this is an example of the kind of work that Micro Galaxy Squadrons produces, right? And this is going to be retailing at $29.99.
Oh, that's great.
$29.99. That's incredible. And this is, it's, the detail is not just on the exterior, but the interior as well, because, and again, this isn't the final product, but look at that.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Emperor's shuttle. So there's a little,
his chair.
Hide my face. Yeah, there's his
his
little
chair
throne right there, like that. And even in the cockpit, you've got seating for 4. Like it really is incredibly detailed.
Yeah.
Right. And, not only for the collectors, but I mean, as a kid, I would have killed for this stuff. We had Mike Quinn on, and he's the actor performer who did the character Nine Numb, who helped co-pilot the Millennium Falcon during the second Death Star run. And, he said that, like, as a kid, he would have killed for toys like this. And I agree 100%.
Yes.
If I had toys like this when I was a kid, and they're priced to be kid-friendly, too, you want to go out, you can fleet build. These ships are just a ton of fun to make up your own stories, recreate space battles from the movies and whatnot. The playability on these is, I mean, that's it's crazy.
That's the thing is like you said, so kid friendly and able to purchase for everybody, from kids to collectors. Because I remember having that in the old Star Wars line itself, and that was 110 back in the day, and that was just collectors getting it. Yeah. I mean, and that's a price back in the day that I didn't even think about paying. I had to have that shuttle, and it, like I said, that was 110 all day. Here you go, no problem.
Yeah.
So that's high even back then. So saying at that price, that's great. That's good, man. That's I'm gonna get one of those.
Like the snow speeder here is super. I mean, you can fleet build as an adult, as a collector. You can, like, that's what I'm doing. I'm fleet building. So this is like, I have 6 of these, right? So because I want to recreate the Battle of Hoth, for example, right? So I bought, I've got 3 of these, right? Scout Walkers that can be used in Return of the Jedi, or there were a few of them on the Battle of Hoth. And here's another thing that, this is not a final version, but an advanced sort of take a look at. It's a scout. It is the AT that Jazz wears, and you look at this is canon, the inside of it, because they base the interior on Jedi Fallen Order, when Cal Kestis, when he's on Kashyyyk, has to go into an AT-AT or an AT-AT, right? And,
wow.
So it's based on that, and it's got.
Oh my gosh.
Prepare to target the main cannon. Target maximum firepower.
Right, like this is incredible to be able. They've got the little grappling hook as well that Luke Skywalker can climb up on, like a movable crane system, storage for speeder bikes at the back. The interior lights up, and then in the cockpit itself, you've got, I don't know if you can see it.
Nice.
There's an AT-AT pilot and General Veers. right? So
General Vias. Did you put the speeder bike in
and the
there?
legs are articulated. You can move these. It's like and this isn't the finished product. This isn't finished yet. They're finalizing it. I was lucky enough to get like a sample product that they FedEx to me this morning for the live stream.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel like a kid. I've been playing with them.
Yeah.
I bet ever since the live stream ended. Because it's just they're so cool. And the detail and the castings and the paint application. I mean, the attention to detail is stupendous, right? And these things aren't priced to be financially crippling, right?
No,
the AT is going to be like $60, which is, remember back in the day, you're saying the shuttle was like 110. This is 60.
The old AT-ATs were 130.
Right?
I remember that. And we've gone through different because they were all one size. And then you had the giant AT-AT. And that was like at 160, 180, I believe, like at Toys R Us for the giant one, which is so hard to find now. That's a great piece to have. And for that price, you just showed all the electronics and the sounds and everything that's in there. I mean, so that's what you have. Like the snow speeder doesn't have electronics or anything.
No. But
right, exactly. So
is like $15.
Correct.
Less,
that's what I'm saying.
It's like 11, right? So
yeah, I think they're $12.99 here in the States.
Yeah, so like you can get them like I bought a bunch of TIE fighters at GameStop up here in Canada because that's they carry them up here, the GameStops in Canada, and they were the TIEs were on sale for like $11. So but the regular price is 22 Canadian, which is about $11 American, right?
Correct.
So
okay.
But what I love too is the articulation of this toy.
Neck.
Like,
oh wow,
this is,
it just is inside the side.
Seal here. Yeah. So you have that you can where it's like when it shoots that snow speeder coming in.
Yes.
And I had a friend who was saying, oh well, the AT looks, or sorry, the AT looked undersized. But then when you put it to scale with the snow speeder, it's actually it's
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very close.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some cheats that you have to do, but I mean, it's not like honestly, it's for the price point, the level of detail, the articulation, the playability for it. It's tremendous. It's tremendous value.
Yeah.
And whether you're a collector or a kid, and that's the thing. These things, it's like the new Playmobil, except a million times cooler.
Yeah. Well, I've talked to you about it. The precursor to those were those old Micro Machine ones that we had, the bigger ones in the case. Yeah. You've actually got some of those. Those were all one size for sure, all in the same box, and so that scaling was really off. But that was a closeness. So the way that they're making it, trying to get it as close as they can, that's amazing. And I think, Paul, again, congratulations to you that they. Oh yeah, there it is right there. Nice.
So this is the Action Fleet Micro Machines one. Sorry, the Action Fleet, and then versus the Jaguars, the Micro Galaxy Squadron.
So
and you look at the scale difference.
Yeah.
And they have the figures inside of this one, are the exact same size. So I didn't realize, because I got the second hand from Treehouse Collectibles, my local comic book store. In here, I didn't realize it when I bought it at the time, but there's Han and Chewie. And these were hand carved, like the molds were like, these were apparently done by hand, whereas nowadays we have computer modeling and stuff like that.
Cut them out. Yes.
Here, this is Micro Galaxy Squadrons, and that's
there. It is.
They're the same scale, right? Very close to it. So, Han, I could put and pilot, have him in here, so now it becomes the shuttle Tidarium. That they sneak onto
just
Endor
by putting in
by
putting in characters. Yeah.
There you go.
Which, speaking of, we went last night and saw Return of the Jedi for the anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god! You know what I loved too was the sound. It was so loud. It was great. It was so good. If you guys have not seen Return of the Jedi, it is in the theaters now, in select theaters. No spoilers here, but wow! I hope we get another Star Wars after that. And I hope we don't get another Star Wars 30 years later either. So
right.
Go watch Return of the Jedi. You're going to be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have 3 in the pipe now, according to Kathleen Kennedy, right? 3 different
Yes.
Star Wars movies. Not another trilogy, but 3 different movies that are going to be taking place. I think the newest one is with Rey, 15 years after.
Yeah.
And then there's the Dave Filoni one, which is supposed to tie into the Mandoverse as it stands. And then
Correct.
there is another one which is about the first Jedi.
Yeah. The
Which is
very
like
first.
The very first Jedi.
They gave the years, but I can't remember the years. But it's a long time before, which is going to be cool. Yes. Yeah. Which is cool. But man, those are cool. Thank you for showing those. And if you guys want more, go check out Paul's channel today. He did that this afternoon, which perfect person to pick, like we said, because you've been collecting these, you've been after these, you've gotten so many people onto this line. You really have.
Yeah.
I mean, myself too. You sent me the Boba Fett one, and then I found these, and I was like, oh, I gotta grab these. Now I'm seeing the snow speeder in the ad. I gotta go find some snow speeders. So you were out there enabling hardcore, Paul, and I'm glad that they're giving you that because, like I said, it was the N1 that was the Amazon exclusive, and then now this for. I mean, basically, May now has turned into a Star Wars month. That's what Disney is doing. Yeah. So
this is the May.
Yeah. Oh.
Right.
I haven't heard that yet. That is so good.
It's been somebody again on my socials. People have been sending it to me, and it's true. This is the May.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one yet. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love it. That's good. Yeah. And okay, so for those of you who are wondering, who are here watching and like, what are these guys talking about? Star Wars month. You know, may the Force be with you. May the 4th, which is tomorrow, my anniversary. I am that nerd. We got married on May the 4th. I had Vader walk her down, which was very cool. Shout out to Scott for doing that. He's going to be in full costume tomorrow at Disneyland. So I'm excited to see his pictures. He makes armor and buckets and everything too on his own site. And those come out very, very cool. I have it in my stories, guys. If you're wondering who, he's throwing a sale right now. He showed up as Vader and walked her down. But now May the 1st is for the 501st for everybody who cosplays with that, or even other ones that they've adopted into that. And then, you know, you have that. You have a lot of people have changed it to the 6th. I still like Revenge of the 5th. So instead of Revenge of the Sith, but a lot of people still play it as on the 6th. But I like the 5th. So that's cool. And then, like I said, Disneyland is doing a whole month of stuff. They turned, you know, Space Mountain back into the Star Wars version. And all this month they have Star Wars nights, which are all sold out. So to everybody who's going, though, good luck. You know, it's going to be amazing. They get into the park at 6 p.m. because the event starts at 9, but they let them in early. So if you're already there visiting the park anytime this month during those days that the Star Wars events are going to happen, it is so cool because everybody's in costume, dressed up. Just people look amazing when they go all out for their love of Star Wars. I remember the best one that we saw on the 4th last year was a Hera, who she was just oh my god, spot on. She was great, and people wanted pictures with her, and she didn't care. She was out there doing it, so it was very cool. Yeah, it's definitely, if you guys have ever thought about trying to go check one out, is it worth it? I definitely say it's worth it. I know the tickets are expensive, but it's themed to what you love, like the Star Wars theme. And there's all these different photo ops and different food. And then you get in early and then it closes for you at 9. And rides are basically like 10 minutes when that happens. If you're not in the middle of dancing down Main Street or doing a saber meetup or taking a picture with your favorite character, you can catch a ride that's like 10 minutes long. And it is really worth it. So shout out to Disneyland for always doing that. But that's very cool, man. I'm excited about a pre-order on your bucket when it finally does happen, because when they say in the pipeline, guys, it's not coming out yet, but it's in the works. So it will be coming soon.
Nice.
Which is awesome. And then a lot of those tomorrow are pre-orders for the Galaxy Squadron that you showed, right?
That's right. They're all pre-orders. They won't be ready for another few months, but they'll be worth the wait. Well worth the wait.
Yeah. So we hopped right into it. So I'm just gonna jump in. I'm sorry if I missed you guys, but I'm gonna jump in real quick and say hi to everybody, the Federation who's here. Thank you guys for showing up, and we just wanted to congratulate Paul on that big reveal today, and then also the other stuff that he got to show off, which is very cool. Hi, babe. Thanks. Wow, she was the first one. Sorry, we're not at dinner. I owe you. I do. I'm sorry. Lucky Butter's in the house. Winger Lose, Matt Logic. We got Toy Rensu. What's up? How's it going? Santo 1414. Mike, Arizona Hunter Guild. How are you? Catalina Wine Mixer. Thanks for being here. Doombot. What's up, Ernie and Paul? Yoko is here. Hi, Yoko. Thanks for being here. Yoko, I could not find tracking for you. I am so sorry. I will go on Friday and I'll ask them and find out. We went last weekend on Sunday and I picked up for Yoko some droids, brand new ones that came out, and she's supposed to be getting them, but I forgot to ask for tracking. So I'll have to find out and see. Yeah, I know. That's now my stomach hurts because I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, it's got to be right here. And I didn't see it. And I was like, oh geez. Oh no. Yeah. What's up, Renzu? 1-6 Shooter. What's up? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Obi-Wan Chingones. Thank you. We're on tonight. I was in the chat. Yes, you were. There. Always for Obi-Wan. I got to play his greeting. We got Fanigan Collectibles. Thank you for being here. Toy Box of Doom. How's it going? Doombot. No, it's the bucket, the helmet. And they're going to do that. Congrats. And then everybody saying congratulations. Let's see. They might shortlist you. Yeah. On a Lucas cut. Wouldn't that be great, Catalina Wine Mixer, if they started doing that again? We were talking about that when watching Jedi last night, of all the changes in Jedi and everything. Okay, Paul, so here's a major one. At the end, the song was changed. Yub Nub was taken away. Which one do you prefer, the new one, or do you prefer Yub Nub?
Oh, that's a tough one because Yub Nub always annoyed me when I was a kid.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it kind of did. It bugged me a little bit. But it's more like I liked it because it's the original. The new song is like, it's great, but it just like when they hit the helmets, it doesn't. I know the original. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And in my mind, that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Even though I found Yub Nub annoying, as I have to admit, I do prefer that because that's the version that I grew up with.
I am so
and Force Anakin. Sorry.
Yes, the Anakin was cool. I do. I get that. And like I said, there is going to be a toy release, a 3-pack that they're doing of a new Force Ghost Anakin. And I do think they should have included the opposite head as well, too. That would have been a great buy-in. And also kind of, a little bit more respectful of, yes, we know it was him, but we're going to, change it up now. But that was cool. We'll see what happens. But I'm sure there's tons of creators out there who might make it. But Yub Nub, I was a fan of. I still sing that in my head just out of nowhere. I'll be walking at work and something comes up. Yub yub. Yub yub. I have to. Kevin's here joining around.
Sorry. No, they made us sing it in choir at not at church.
Did they really?
At school. Yeah, for music class. Yeah. The teacher thought, it was going to be really cool. And it's just like, yeah.
Because it just repeated over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's up, Kevin? The Butter Baron's in the house. Hello there. I'm here to win a channel membership. Oh, Kev, I can't wait till that day. Someday, and I hope you win first. You know it? For sure. But speaking of, I got to go over to yours. I think mine's almost out. I got to win another one. So I'll be there definitely. And then speaking of Kevin and Yoko and Paul and myself, there's a special May the 4th episode coming out where we reviewed the very first we got them early. We got screeners to Vision season 2, which I loved. I'm glad we got to talk about it, and go check it out over there. The Boba Squadron went over it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I thought it was a good time, and I can't wait to hear everybody's feedback because I think it's going to be a positive one that hopefully a season 3 comes out. There's RMD. Hello, Ernie and Paul checking in from downtown Disney. Yeet. What's up? Yes, part of the replay crew. Have fun tonight, man. Send me some pictures, like I said. What's up, Damien? Is in the house. How's it going? D Blake makes. Oh yes, when I do turn my cam backwards, it is on. Brick something is here. We got Rick Jones is in the house. Congratulations. Yes, for sure. Charles Stevenson is here. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, if you guys see them, and even take that chance, because it is a great little toy. It really is. If you thought about, and because you see them there, they're everywhere. You got to get them. Look at that. The detail is amazing. It really is. That's a paint job. Is this an early one too? Even with the paint job?
This is this is part of the Coruscant battle pack. So with the battle pack, you get, Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, and Obi-Wan's. It's a 2-pack with these two Jedi Starfighters and 2 Vulture droids as well. So that's hide my face. There you go. So you get these 2 wonderful,
those are awesome
Jedi ships that kick off the beginning of Episode 3, and then you get 2 Vulture droids that have in flying mode, and the wings actually open up.
Oh,
they click open like this, right? Both sides, and then you can modify them and put on the walking legs, and the head articulates too, so they become the Vulture droids, right?
I love gimmicks.
Again, these are small enough. Like if you want a fleet build, you can have a whole whack of these crawling on the outside of a hull of a ship that suddenly transform.
And again, what you're able to do, because I had to make decisions on those Jedi Starfighters, the ones that we used to have that were released were the full ships from Hasbro, and they did like everybody's different color from Mace to Obi-Wan, and then it came with the droid in it, and I used to have all of those. It was, oh my god, so good. Then they had an exclusive black one, which ended up being my favorite, but then those were kind of big already, so you couldn't get the other ones. But there was one time where they gave you the ring, the hyperspace ring that went around it. That was cool.
Right. Yeah. Like this one.
Yes.
Okay. And again, this is Ahsoka's Starfighter. So this is I think this is a rare or chase variant. One of 15,000. And these are the ones. These are the ships that'll drive collectors either absolutely bonkers.
Yes.
Or it's great because it's a challenge, because you have to hunt these down. These are rare or chase, and I've heard a lot of complaining as well from the community saying, "Oh, what's the point of those things?" These ships, they create these rare ones so that we can get some of the more obscure ships mass produced, right? And
yes.
I love the thrill of the hunt. It's frustrating, but that's part of collecting and hunting. Is that you got to grind it out. You got to go places. You got to look for it. I think we've become, as a society, in terms of collecting at least, too, a little bit too, we need immediate gratification. I want to just sit back, click on a link, get everything I
was going to say, hit that button.
That's not toy hunting.
Yes. No.
Yeah. It's not really toy hunting. You're buying stuff, which is fine. But don't get frustrated because, back in the day before we had computers, and I know I sound old, but you'd have to hoof it. You'd have to walk from store to store or get driven or go all over. And that was part of the journey, was hunting these toys. Now it's become so easy. People get mad. It's like, what do you mean I can't pre-order that rare thing? I want it right now. I should be able to have it. It's like, well, got to work for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you don't need to buy it. That's the other thing. People complain about it. And it's like, well, then don't buy it. If you don't like something, you have the power within you to not
It's
buy
literally
it.
your choice.
Nobody owes you anything. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that kills me. It's like, oh, why should I have to pay secondary prices because it hasn't been released here yet? It's like, yeah, you don't have to. Guess what? You can wait and it'll be released eventually. But it's like, you just have to show a modicum of patience. And I'm finding it's creeping in more and more. And I find that a bit discouraging sometimes because you want to be positive. You want to share the joy. These are super cool toys, right?
Yes.
And I'm very fortunate that I have early access to it, but I'm here to just pump them up and enable people and sort of give my opinion on the quality of these toys. And they're fantastic.
Correct.
And in my opinion, you can't go wrong with them. But there are people who are complaining
Well,
who want to
but
complain about it. It's like,
see, they don't understand. Or when you hear that a lot of the people who, why do these influencers get this stuff and blah blah blah? Well, because that's exactly why. You just literally said it. Influencer. They're showing it off any way that they can, whether if they like it or not. And you see something of going, you know what? I need to get that. I do. So it's doing its job. I don't understand. We didn't have that before. We had magazines, or you had word of mouth.
Yeah.
That was the only way that we knew. And if you turn the back of the box, that's when you knew a chase was, or the variant, or whatever it may be. And like you said, that thrill of the hunt is so satisfying and good that I hope people get to experience now. Because, like, when was the last time you went hardcore hunting like that? Because I know you were after those chases. I
yeah.
mean, we still hunt.
and
You
that's
still
the
go to
thing.
toy stores, but wasn't it great?
Yeah, and that's, I kind of love that, because at GameStop
Yeah.
here up in Canada, they don't have, like, the SKU codes that they have for it aren't specific, where they go, this is the exact ship. It is, there's a light armor class, there's a starship class, there is a fighter class, you know, a scout class, there's an assault class, and all the ships that are in that share the same SKU. So if you want to go and you call ahead, right, like, you got to do the groundwork. You can't just order it online. You can now, but I mean, I still love the fact that I still love going to brick and mortar stores. I like holding the product in my hand. I like to be able to look at it and see it, and you know, judge for myself with my own eyes. Online is great, and it is super easy and convenient. So I don't want to yuck your yum on that, but I do miss the element of having to go from place to place. I enjoyed that. So
here's mine that I went back to, that I was super excited. And the hunt, I hunted these, you know, the brand new Street Fighter figures from Jada Toys that everybody wants and loves. And we're trying to tell everybody, go out there and hunt. It is there. And you get that feedback sometimes of, oh, well, you guys talked to them, or you had inside info. No, I didn't at all. I went and called all the targets and kept on when we knew, and we put that information out there. We weren't hiding it or nothing like that. And I found them. I found them before other people. And it was such a thrill. The feeling of, yes, I have them and in my hand. And oh my God, it's so amazing. It really is. And I haven't felt that in a long time, because it did get down to the point of, like you're saying, you know, you click, you order, okay, I will. But when you want something and you have to go after it, it's different. And I hope a lot of people are. And there's a lot of people hunting for these now that are getting lucky, who are realizing the steps that you have to do. You can't just go to one target, or, you know, well, I know if I order one, it should be there. And I don't know why it was gone when I got there. But you got to show up early. You got to go late. You got to go in the middle of the day. I mean, you know, it took me 3 times to try and get these in a matter of 24 hours. And I went to 3 different targets. And then that last one, and it happened, and it was so cool. And it's the same thing with all the Micro Galaxy stuff. That's the same when you see that sticker there. So I don't even know if you guys know about the chase, but it really is a chase, because there's not a chase in every case. So you can't go to Target and show up. It depends on what that case count was that they get, that you got lucky and actually find it. So if you saw one, you really are lucky and were able to pick one up, because it isn't just, like I said, it isn't going to be every Walmart has one or every Target. It's the way that the cases were packed, which I think is cool too, because it makes it even more special if you happen to fall upon one while you were hunting. It really is something special.
Yeah, so here's an example of a chase.
Yep.
This is the white TIE Fighter, and it'll have this sticker on it. You know, 1 of 5,000. This is a chase, right? It's a variant. It's literally, it's just a different color, and it's got this fancy sticker on it, right? And I got this actually off a friend who didn't know. He just sort of picked that up. I was like, oh, cool, picked it up. Before you know how rare these are. And then he was just like, he sold it to me. Like, that's how I got it, right? And he didn't cost, like, and that's the cool thing. He didn't charge me an arm and a leg, right? It's not like I can, I didn't get it off of somebody on eBay, although I could have if I really, really, really wanted, but nobody's forcing me to. And I was lucky enough that somebody picked it up and was willing to give this to me at cost, right? And I know I've done that. I found a couple of chases for friends and just sent it to them at cost, right? Because that's what you do for friends, right? As collectors and
Yes.
stuff. There are people out there who like actively hunt them down, but like anything else, like everything else, they're scalping, right? They'll grab
Yeah.
them, put them online, make flip them and make a profit off of them. That's just kind of the way it is. Unfortunately, you're always gonna have people who are out there who want to make money off of this. For them, it's a business, right? But I mean, that's part of the fun. Like the thrill is, yeah, I would love to be a completist. I would love to get all of them, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna die if I don't get them, right? I
Correct.
understand people's frustrations for it because you want to, but like at the same time, I fucking love these too.
Yeah.
And this isn't a chase.
Yeah.
This isn't a
Yeah.
chase. This is like, it's an ATST. This is a chase ATST, right? It's a repaint.
Oh, let me see that one.
This is the one
I didn't know
from
there was a chase.
Mandalorian.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a rare. Sorry, this one's a rare. It's one of 15,000, right? And
oh, okay. Wait, so I didn't know that.
literally
So
all
there's
it is-
differences.
Yeah, it's a paint app. It's different. It's a different paint job on it, right? And you get, the Clatoonian Raider with it, the little figure, which makes, so it's like, okay, well, there's that as well, right? It's not just strictly a repaint. You do get like a character that isn't available other than this. But at the end of the day, too, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'll hunt them down. If I don't get it, that's part of collecting too. You keep your eye out for it. You look for it. You can't always get it all at once. And, we seem to have forgotten that. We get really sort of, we get pissy about it. And I understand wanting to be a completist and wanting to do all that. But at the same time, we got to be adults about it too and kind of go, well, I can't get it now, but I'll keep my eye out for it. And if I find it, then that's awesome. Right. But like to get mad at a company for doing something like this is kind of ridiculous too. Right. It's like, why do you have chases? Why are you doing all this stuff? It's like, because it's for the very reasons, the thrill of the hunt. Yeah. And it also funds some of the other obscure ships that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to. So
it's okay. So I didn't know that. So there's a chase and there's a rare. Those are two different things.
The chase ones are one of 5,000. Yeah,
okay.
and rare is one of 15,000. Is out of a lot of 15,000. And so I thought it was reversed. I thought the rares would be the ones that are out of 5,000, and the chase would be. But like chase is even more obscure than rare. And like I got the Sabine Wren TIE Fighter, and it was the first time. Like I heard about these Micro Galaxy Squadron ships through a Facebook group that I was part of, and I thought, oh, those look like fun, and I wanted to get I just wanted to get some of them because it looked really cool. And I went down to the GameStop, and there was a Sabine Wren right there. I was like, oh, cool! Like I grabbed the TIE Fighter, grabbed a bunch of other ships, and I went, and I didn't even know what the chase was, but it was out on the shelves. I thought, oh, that's cool. I went to another one, got another chase that was out on the shelves, and it was just like. It was just lucky timing, right? Like they just put them out on the shelves. Yeah. And the people at GameStop, like there's no skin in the game for them. They put up the product on display and that's it.
Yeah.
And I got lucky. But now it's like, now that everybody's actively hunting for them, then you get guys who go to store and all they do is get the rares and collect them and all the, they just, that's all they do is they pick them up and they use them for trade bait. So.
Yoko wanted to know, are the interceptors the same from Series 3?
Like the TIE interceptors?
What series are they on now? Do you know, Paul? I mean, are we different from the States to Canada?
I'm going to check here. This is all stuff straight from Jazzwares. This is Series... on the box again. This isn't what I have. Isn't the final product either?
Right.
These are samples that they have. I believe this is Series 3. This is 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi. This is Series 3 stuff. That's my educated guess.
Series 3. Okay.
Series 3.
Okay. which is there. So, I mean, even going into that, like we said, when you do make stuff like this, there is a product line that is, series 1, series 2, like from the Marvel Legends stuff to everything. And then those chases are kind of the ones that you hunt and find. So if you are a completist and you do have that, you technically do have it. It's just, you don't have that chase. And if you find it, you find it. But the good thing about that is you got to also realize the community that you're in. And you said it earlier, was when friends hook you up or you have a friend looking for you. Hey, if you happen to see this, grab it for me. And I also say it so much because it's so true. Tell your friends, guys, on the collecting wise, that if they don't collect it, tell them, because I guarantee the stuff that you don't collect, you always find. I always find tons of wrestlers, and like the AEW ones do those special ones with the stickers, 1 out of 1,000 and stuff too. I see those all the time at Walmart, but I don't grab them because that's not what I collect. But I see them, so you got to tell your circle of friends and collectors to help you out with stuff that they don't do, but you do, because it helps you to obtain that goal. And it's a good feeling too. Even for them, it's a good feeling of finding them. I remember I found one for you, and I sent it out, and I was like, yes, because I don't collect them. But I was like, Paul's gonna be stoked because that's your gig right there. So that was cool.
Yeah. And I remember, I got an extra Ahsoka, right? And I flipped it over to Yoko. Yeah. Right? Because I knew she was a big fan. And at the same time, too, I think I sent her the Boba Fett ship because Fennec Shand was in it. And I sent that ship just because I knew she's a fan of Fennec Shand. And so and I had an extra Boba Fett ship, and I thought she'd get a kick out of it. So you package it together and you send it off. I mean, that's Kevin's like that too. Kevin's super awesome, and that's what I love about our little community, is like we flip things to each other because we think, hey, you know what, they would enjoy this, and we send it out, right? And we're on the lookout for different things. I know Yoko's ordered stuff for Anna because we live in Canada and stuff like that. So Yoko's helped out in that way, and this is the best part of collectors and collecting, right? Is helping people sort of complete their things, giving them little gifts here or there. And so it's to sit on sit on these toys like they're a pile of gold and you're Smaug the dragon is really, really ridiculous. So
see, like Scott said, absolutely does it often. Scott has found all my stuff within the last probably like 2 months, maybe even 3, of finding everything that I've needed lately that I just didn't have time to go out, but I knew it was there. And like he found it immediately. Like I do the Predator stuff or like that, or the Spider-Man was really hard to find. And like an hour later, he's like, oh, I found it. It was here. He don't collect that stuff. That's exactly what I'm saying is. And there it was. I was like, yes. So, I mean, that's, it is a great help. Rensu had a question, Paul. I don't know if you know or not. The purchase order for the N1, is that going to be Canada or no?
Yeah, no,
no info?
Honestly, I don't know a lot of the stuff. I keep forgetting to ask because I'm just so excited to be on the stream. But I mean, GameStop for sure carries these ships, whether they're going to release pre-orders or not. I know Indigo Books, of all places, that's where I was able to get my Havoc Marauders around Christmas time, and the Boba Fett starships and Jango Fett starship and the troop transport, of all places. Loblaws.ca had it. Loblaws is a supermarket chain up here, and they had
like
groceries, a couple of ships. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing, and it's like, because it's also it's under the umbrella of the Great Canadian Superstore, and so they sell clothing and this and that. And of course, you can always check out the old standby, Amazon.com, and Toys R Us. Of course, they do carry Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff, but they're still in wave 1. The stuff that I've been able to see online, you got to go to the stores, and some of the stores had wave 2. Like this one I got at a Toys R Us. So,
nice. Okay. I miss Toys R Us so much. Okay, yeah. So Moocher and Scott are both onto these out here, and so Series 3 is hitting now, and Series 4 was announced. Thank Marco. I appreciate it.
There you go. Maybe these are Series 4 then. like the Lambda class shuttle, the Millennium Falcon, the battle damage. This was a battle pack that I received. It's the Destroy the Death Star battle pack with damaged Millennium Falcon. So you can put like it's the destroyed radar dish.
Yeah.
On there, which is cool, and it comes with the non-destroyed one, which is neat. But I love the little detail here, the scorch marks behind. Where is it? The scorch marks here, as it got knocked off, which is cool. Again, so it has lights and sound, the detail in the cockpit. I mean, and this came with. There you go.
Nice.
So four spaces in the cockpit, which is great. And the back comes off, and you have everything from the jar table here to the different. Still making noise, but it's. I mean, and again, and this isn't the finished product. They haven't. It's not been finalized yet. It's very close. But one of the caveats is they're still completing them. They're still finishing them off. So,
and they look great. They do. Yoko says the Boba Fett ship is in my Ernie shrine. It's more like a pit, actually. Thanks, Yoko. Yeah, that's those are cool. And again, guys, for the price of those, it's a great to jump on now because they are really price worthy. For the small ones where you just have it for that price that we were saying, just something like the Falcon, you got to remember the electronics and the lights and everything that are in it. So you're still getting your money's worth. They aren't doing the whole, because it's a bigger ship, it's going to be more. No, they have the electronics in it, which you got to pay for. So that's cool. I sit on doubles just in case my figures break and I can't find another one. That was the main reason I did 3 all the time. Omega Weapon 13. I did 1 for the wall, 1 for me, and then 1 to open, but I still never opened it. So I have tons of doubles of stuff. But it is time to sell off, though. So I do. Oh, yeah, lots of people are saying they hope they make a Ghost for Rebels. I hope so, too. Yep. I would definitely, if I saw that in the store, I would definitely grab it.
Insta-buy.
Yeah, what's up, Mario? 796 Studios. The Sabine tie, that's one of the chases, right? Which is very hard to find.
That's one of the first micro Galaxy Squadron ships I bought. My first visit to a GameStop. I just heard of it. The guys in the group had been talking about those ships for a while. And I was like, oh, what is that? And I saw pictures and I went, oh, that's cool. I want one of those. And I went to the GameStop and it was right there, top shelf, right there. And oh, this is neat. Wow. Picked it up. I was like, oh, it's Sabine's TIE Fighter. I had a friend, same thing happened. He went, he was like, he didn't like the paint scheme. He was like, no, I want one of the regular TIE Fighters, and left it. Yeah.
Oh.
So they were out there.
Yes. Yeah.
So they were out there. It's just, this line was dropped months ago, though, right? And so that's the thing. They were out. The first wave went out. All the chases were out then, and people just boom, boom, boom. I knew somebody who went out and picked up, and I wanted this so bad, the Antok Merrick X-Wing fighter, right? General Merrick, Blue Squadron X-Wing fighter. Okay. And I was like, because I love that character in Rogue One, and looking all over the place for it. And I was like, I even looked on eBay, and I was like, do I drop the $125 plus shipping to get it? Because this ship, it retails for, if you find it, it's $25 in Canada. And it's like, that's 5 times the price. How much do I really want it? How much do I think I'm not going to find it here in Canada? And I was very tempted. But at the end of the day, I was like, no, I'm going to keep hunting. And, I'd see people getting it and I'd be like, oh, damn it, they got it too. But I kept up at it and I was able to get one. So, that's part of hunting. It's like you're not going to get everything you want right away.
Falls into it.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, like the blind boxes, the scout class. I wanted a friggin' escape pod with R2-D2 in it, right? And so I bought, you saw me, I bought cases.
A case. I was going to say that. I was at work listening to you. Yeah. And even when you did, I was so happy for you. Yes.
Yeah. And that eventually happened. But I had a friend who was like, I don't collect these, but they look like fun. He bought 4. And 2 out of the 4 were Chase. And he got the first one he opened up was a fucking escape pod. And I was like,
of course.
right?
Yeah.
But he sent it to me. He said, you know what? I'll sell it
that's
to you because
awesome.
I don't really collect these. Sound like fun. I went, that's awesome. He sold it to me at price. And then in my box break, I opened one. I was like, yeah. So I had 2. One I gave to a friend who was hunting for. I gave it to him. It's like, here, I got 2 of these. So that's part of the
Nice.
you know, part of the thing. I could have tried to sell it on eBay for like $90 for a little hunk of plastic. Sure, I could have. But at the end of the day, it's like that's not what I want this to be about for me. I know some people, it's like, you know what? I can flip this. I can use this money to buy toys, other toys that I want. And that's fine, right? But they're like, for me, I didn't need to do that. And I like just spreading the joy. So here, you know, take it.
And then that's the way to do it. Yeah. Paul, we did have a question from D Blake Makes, and he said, is there any random lines you collect? Like, you know, Super 7 Thundercats, Mythic Legions, and a favorite piece? Because, I mean, we know you do the Star Wars stuff and Hot Toys and Sideshow and everything like that. Is there any other figures that you're onto right now? Or you've kind of kicked back?
I got into Joy Toy. Joy Toys, these are the mechs.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
super addictive. So I collect those. The Halo figures, also from Jazzwares.
Okay.
So Master Chief, all the Spartans, the 6-inch ones, I stopped myself because I can't do the 6-inch figures anymore.
Were you able to pick up the different colors before you stopped?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, I did that and I thought, okay, I got this wave of Spartans. These are all the ones I recognize from the video games. And then new ones started coming out and I was like, no, I need to step away. This is too slippery.
Got to stop
Too
yourself.
slippery.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I stopped Black Series for that reason too. It's just like, okay, it's just it's space issue, danger, and I wasn't really happy with how I felt collecting them. If you know what I mean. There was a certain bit of frustration on my part because they were like, these were repacks, repaints. You know, they're charging too much money for figures with not enough accessories on it. It's $50 a pop now for these things. And it's just like, and I wasn't really happy with the figures
for
that
a
they were
repaint.
releasing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? This is how I'm going to speak up. This is just by saying, I'm not going to buy that.
Yeah. And that's okay to take a step back from that because I didn't stop. I'm selective about it. But before I was buying cases of Black Series stuff just to make sure I had everything. And then, you know, you grow and as a collector and you move on to things, especially how much the world has changed. Lots of collecting has changed of it. And you do sit back and realize, I'm going to pick and choose out of it. You know, out of the stuff that they showed today, there was a lot like this Grievous. And I'm glad everybody's able to get it in. General Grievous.
Did you do that on purpose?
Grievous. Maybe not. I don't know. I said it quick. And then I saw you laugh and I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's not his name. So I've always said it like that. Yeah, there it is. It is. You know, and they have him up and who else? There was a bunch today of it. Right. And so like I get it in the pre-orders and everything, you know, there may be some stuff there that I want to grab. And so
but we had a Grievous released beforehand, right? Like a Black Series Grievous.
Yes.
Right. And so
and I
don't know, like the Black Chrysanthemum, that first pass that they had that came out was just like, whoa, what is this? And it's a comic book version. It's like, I don't think that's the comic book version either. But then they had the new one, which looks dope, right? Really, really cool. Oh, look, there's another Mandalorian. And who's that trooper with the helmet off? Is that Finn?
No. This one here.
Okay.
Just a phase 2 clone trooper with finally with the
first order clone. I thought it was a first order trooper because I couldn't.
No, it was far away. So this is the phase 2 clone trooper, and the helmet comes off. You know, because usually they have them glued on with an unpainted head under it. Yeah. So that's nice to see that they're actually giving you that. You know, a step up, like we're saying. But like the Grievous was before, and so I kind of have to take that as it's a chance for new collectors. You know, you don't have to buy on the secondary, and If you're new to collecting, which is great for everybody, you know, with these repaints and everything like that. If you missed it, then okay. See, here's a good one that I know that I want. I want this Ahsoka. This is nice. Clone Wars Ahsoka came out good. Padawan version. So this will be coming out, and I like this one, so I'm gonna grab it. I think it came out great actually for being a cartoon version. I think they're doing that really good now.
Yeah.
But again, she only just comes with 2 sabers. And then there was Darth Malgus, which is a bigger one. He's going to come with soft goods, but basically just cut. It's nothing that you're going to be able to manipulate or articulate in a photo because it's just there. But he does look good. I mean, he's going to be a beefy figure. So, you know, you have all these there. And then, again, I'm really feeling the lack of accessories, you know?
Right.
Wish we were at the point where we got more.
Yeah.
The Magna Guard.
Especially for the price point. Right?
Yes.
$45.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, what, how much did they start off? Really, dude, back in the day when Black Series first started, they're like $20 a fig.
1999.
Yeah, 1999. Right?
Correct. Yes.
Now they're like 45. And for a deluxe, it's like
here
50.
they've moved to 28, and you're right, the between $40 to $50 for an exclusive or a store exclusive or a deluxe figure, like we're saying. And that is very hard on that price point. Okay, this is hard for me. Take this. Would you buy a Wicket for that price?
How much is that? $45?
Yeah, it's still the same price. So you're 45, are 28. No, because they consider him just one figure.
Wow.
I remember back in the day of 3 3/4, you got packed with 2 Ewoks or packed with 2 Jawas for the same price because they were smaller figures.
Yeah.
So this is on the shelf for here, you know, $28.99 at a Target, and that's difficult of just one Ewok, you know. So that's
is it real fur?
I do not think
goods?
so that it's real. I cannot. Yeah, I don't think you could sleep with
gold?
this at night. But
I would have difficulty too. I like Wicket. It looks like a great figure, but I'm not spending that much money on that.
It does look great. Yeah. And the mold, the sculpting, everything.
Yeah.
But see, it's funny. Look at even on the box how they've manipulated it, right? Of the spear up in the air to make sure that the whole front of the box is taken up.
Yeah.
So it's hard on me, but I'm still happy for the people who are still collecting that were very jazzed. This Chewbacca looks good to me. This might have to be one where I sell off the others and go for this one, you know. It's the face is what got me on this one. I feel it's a lot better than all of the past ones.
Is that the Chewbacca from Solo? A Star Wars story?
No.
Or is it Return of the Jedi?
I believe it's Jedi. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Return of the Jedi.
40th anniversary.
There we go.
Sorry, you know what? I saw the collar around his neck, and
they did do the Solo one.
Yeah.
It was different, though.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we get another Mando version, finally, of different. Because all the other ones have just been repacks, and they were making them all exclusive. So changing the paint up, you know. But now we get this one. And he comes with the Darksaber.
There's a window again.
Uh-huh. Yes, because we are going back to that. So this is the Book of Boba Fett, Mando. I like the Darksaber, how it looks in here. He does have that. They are giving him a cloth goods cape, which is very nice. I like the look of this one. So I'm down for 2 because this one is definitely different and another version. This was cool to see. They're releasing the Ewoks cartoon figures. Yes.
And with coins.
Yes. And then this was like almost the original release of how we had them. I mean, now, of course, you just have better sculpts, but check it out. Those
look way better.
Yes. This came out great. Good cartoon feel and everything. There's the coins that we used to get. There was a whole coin series, guys, which was awesome to have, you know, little extras put in back in the day that really grabbed to you. Like, I have that figure, but I don't have a coin, so I need the coin.
Mm-hmm.
But this was cool. It's an old school cartoon, vintage series, which is always killing it. You know, you're gonna get the Grand Inquisitor. He looks good. If you're into vintage series, I'm so happy for you. You guys are killing it with everything. Great articulation, great sculpts. You even have good accessories as well too. But I couldn't do that, Paul, as a collector. Was go back and start again. I started selling off my 3 3/4 stuff. And so, you know, it was supposed to be all 6-inch Black Series. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't go back. I couldn't. And then so
it's like you say with the Black Series. You just be very selective with what you get now.
Yes.
Certain ones you go, okay. Yeah. Like I said I was out of Black Series, but then I went and got the New Republic Commando from the gaming series just because of a Bad Batch Season 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not going out, like I'm not, you know, it's got to be, I need to have it for, you know, a specific reason. Kind of go, okay, it's got to fit all these criteria. I'm not just going to get it because it's a Black Series and I need to complete my collection anymore, right? So there's something very liberating about that as well, just sort of picking and choosing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's how I feel now. Like, I can't believe that I say no, in all honesty. Yeah. Like, and two, Corinne can't either, as far as she sends me something like, babe, look what I found. And I'm like, I'm good. I'll wait. Maybe it might go on sale at Amazon or something to that effect. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I got to hold back. I got Street Fighter figures coming in, or I got to make a payment on my Hot Toys. So, you know, you have to be very selective. But here's the buckets that we're talking about.
Axe
you know,
Woves.
Axe got his, and I have to get this one because it's another Mandalorian bucket. Because it's a Mandalorian bucket.
I thought you liked Boba Fett.
I do like Boba Fett.
You're cheating on Boba with Axe.
I am. I am, but this is going to be a good one. I liked. I like how. Who would you call this? Scarring, aged, battle damaged.
Oh,
this one
weathering?
Looks. Thank you.
The
Weathering.
Thank you. Distressing. Different terms.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of that, so for everybody who's just joining us late, I wanted to show off this because in the pipeline today, they announced for their special Star Wars celebration that Captain Carson Teva is going to be getting his helmet. So that's amazing. That is so awesome. No figure yet. That's okay. But at least we're finally getting something around him, which is great. And so everybody was super stoked about that and happy. And if you're just on it because you're a Paul fan and you want to support, this is what you're going to be getting. Basically, this is what this is a helmet. They come in this box. It is large for adult head, just so you know. And it was announced today. So my question to you is, because I've seen both, and I don't know if you've done a lot of the Hasbro ones, but do you think yours is going to come weathered, or do you think it's going to come clean?
Oh no, it's clean. It's going to be clean. Like,
okay,
that's one of the things, because my headcanon is that's not the helmet that he used or the color schemes that he used when he flew for the Rebel Alliance. He's now with the New Republic, and his helmet reflects that. And hold on.
Oh, okay.
I happen to have here a replica of my screen used helmet. This is as close as you can get to the helmet that I use on the show, without it being the helmet that's used on the show. And I can say that with certainty because the gentleman who did the paint application for my helmet on the show on Mandalorian, his name is Frank Ippolito. His props company did the design, like did the application of the design. He reached out to me like 3 years ago, pre-pandemic, and said, "Hey, I did your helmet. If you want, I can do one for you as well. You just need to provide the bucket." And so I jumped at that opportunity immediately, and I was able to source a helmet. This is a screen-accurate helmet, that the same kind that they use in the production for The Mandalorian. It is a modified Anovos helmet that was modified slightly by Far and Away Creations. And there was a guy who worked there named Cal Pierce, who has his own props company called Non-Cal Props. Anyways, he sold me one of these buckets, and like, so this is as accurate as you can get. I flipped it over to Frank. He did this, painted it. It took a number of years because of the pandemic, and he had to move his props company and all this stuff. He had to switch warehouses. Anyways, this finally came to me last week, and as you can see, it's shiny. It's a clean one.
It is. I saw that.
You know, yeah, like this is the New Republic logo, New Republic colors. It's the blue and yellow. That's the New Republic colors. You'll see that color scheme reflected in the TV series. Like the New Republic officers, they all wear like a blue uniform with the white.
Zeb was in
and
blue.
the white pants. That's right. Well, Zeb's his flight suit, if you look at it, it's a color blue, but it's also the same style as was used in the sequel trilogy. So the vest, he's wearing a vest, not a one-piece pullover flak vest like
Correct.
in the OG. He's got, it's more like you can put your arms through. His chest box is like Poe Dameron's, basically. That's the closest comparison I can give you. It's Poe Dameron style, right? Where it's like a hook at the front, little chest, smaller chest box, single hose, and stuff. And so that's the style. And that's kind of like, you know, I heard people say, oh, maybe Zeb flies a Y-wing, and those are the Y-wing uniforms. That could be true, but in my opinion, I think those are the new flight suits that they're assigning to New Republic pilots. And the ones, like, I still have the OG orange ones, and some of the other pilots, the older pilots do. But I think the older pilots, you know, who served in Rebellion, you know, they're keeping their orange jumpsuits, right? And then the newbies, the ones they're starting to get, they're phasing in those uniforms is what I'm saying. They're phasing in the blue.
I totally could see that too. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This way you can kind of, you know, pull them apart when we get like those bar scenes and everything to know, you know, who's there. Because everybody in that scene was different, like you're saying. So, you know, you got the newbies, and then you got your skilled pilots there. So
and then you have pilots who are, you know, they're transitioning over, and they're you know, Doug Chang, who is the production designer for The Mandalorian. He was dressed in a blue, like the new blue New Republic, and his rank was a colonel, right? And so it's like, okay, there's that. It's happening. They're phasing into the New Republic motif. And you know, you see that reflected as it slowly becomes apparent. So his helmet is new. It's newer. It's
very
clean,
nice,
right?
Yeah.
There's no weathering on it.
Very nice. So that's what we think should be is a clean one. That's nice, man. I'm glad you were able to get that done and finally get it after those years. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I'm glad that they announced it today with that. You know, now we're finally on the right track of getting stuff. Again, like I said, so, you know, guys, T-shirts are out there. If you're a fan, on Hot Topic, on Amazon. And then Paul did do the announcement for Gentle Giant LTD. He is getting a bust. We just don't know when. Hopefully soon. Because if you remember, the exclusive was Trapper Wolf for this year's celebration. And then going on that same note, the bucket has already been released from Hasbro for Trapper Wolf. So that's cool. You guys are going 2 and 2. Oh, was his clean? You said you had that one, right?
No. Well, here's the thing. Eagle-eyed viewers will note that Dave Filoni, actually, his character Trapper Wolf, wore 2 different flight suits and helmets from season 1 to season 2. There is a difference.
Holy crap.
Season
I did not
1,
know that.
Yeah, check it out. Do the replay on that. Season 1, when you see it's the 3 directors of seasons, Deb Chow, Rick Famuyiwa, and Dave Filoni, and they are wearing, and they had a different costume designer on the show. His name was Joseph Porro, and they went with the Rogue One satiny style orange jumpsuits and they had like the big sort of collars, puffy collars and whatnot, and they're all wearing a variant of my helmet, except there's no blue. It was a white helmet with the yellow New Republic sort of symbols on it, and they all had that same style.
I didn't even remember seeing that.
Season 2 comes along, and it's Shauna Tripsick, who is the new costume designer, and she's like, no, let's go back to the OG orange flight suits with the flak vests and stuff like that, with the with the right boots, and so that changed over. My uniform, because I just started in season 2, remained constant, but Filoni's Trapper Wolves, he went to the OG like cloth based flight suit. And Gone was a puffy satiny collar and stuff like that. And his helmet was not the white one; it was the gray one that you see with the wolf symbol on it. It's good to be the king sometimes. So you can make that call. And his helmet is weathered, like you can see. It's very much like the Hasbro one, where it's you can see it's been lived in. It's been used type thing.
Yeah.
And so so Trapper Wolf has 2 distinct looks, and now 3. If you count in season 3, him sitting at the bar with his hat, right?
With the hat?
That's not Filoni's cowboy hat. It is like the same style as like Cad Bane's, except the brim isn't as wide, but that's an in-universe sort of hat. And Trapper Wolf wears that hat when he's not wearing his helmet.
That's so cool. And I love that it wasn't his distinct hat. He still had it modified to that to keep it Star Wars, right? Which was a great little nod,
Shauna
I believe.
Right there. Yeah, that's Shauna. She's great. But people they see, because he does wear a hat that's similar to, like, he wears a cowboy hat a lot of times, and people, oh my god, he's wearing his own hat. It's like, no,
right?
It's not. It's everything that's on screen. Like, there's the reason for it to be there. Shauna's very meticulous about that. And really, really wants to make sure that the attention to detail is there. And so, there's a reason that everything, from right down to the materials she chooses to the stitch pattern that they employ, is like, that's how much of a deep cut nerd she is, and how much she cares, because she wants everything to feel in universe.
Right.
So,
and you can see it. It shows. It shows. And I think that's the biggest compliment that you can give to somebody, is when you put that love into it and it shows. There's like no question. That's amazing. Well, that's very cool. All right. Do you have any special plans for tomorrow, May the 4th?
We had a bunch of baseball games scheduled this week. My youngest plays baseball. I'm a coach on his team. But we got rained out. It's been raining nonstop here all week. And so all the fields are unplayable. So I was going to a baseball game, and I was going to try to head out to Off-World Bar for Star Wars Day. And now I can go because the games have been canceled. So Anna and I were going to head over to Off-World. That's the sister bar to Stone Crow Manor. It's a nerd bar out here in Toronto. They serve really cool cocktails that are space themed and Star Wars themed. It's Star Wars night at Off-World. So we're going to dress up in cosplay. We're going to head out there. We're meeting Kevin. He's going to be there. Tommy K is going to be out there as well. I think we have some other members of the gang showing up. I think I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the nerds and the geeks who hang out in these chats in Canada.
That's awesome.
There, and I'm looking forward to seeing them.
I hope you guys have a great time. I will be with the Sarlacc Digest tomorrow, and I have it up in my stories. If you're in the IE area, SoCal area, and you want to see what we're doing tomorrow. Federation, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Anybody have plans for May the 4th? Lots of people doing stuff. I know RMD is at Disneyland right now. And you know what? Thank you to everybody who stopped by today. We had a lot of viewers today, lots of thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. It was very unexpected. Like I had said before, I announced I wasn't going to be on because of all the stuff going on this week. Was really busy. So Paul, thank you so much for hopping on with me, man. I greatly appreciate it. Again, congratulations to you. I'm very blessed to call you a friend, and you answered right away and said, yeah, let's do this. And again, congratulations to that Hasbro reveal today for the pipeline coming up, the Gentle Giant stuff. And guys, go catch his streams on his channel, YouTube, Bitter Asian Dude Inc., for all the Micro Galaxy Squadron reveals that were today. Thank you for showing those. Just thanks, man. I appreciate it. You have so much busy stuff going on, man, because we just finished with Mando. You got Airbender coming up. My son, that was a cool moment. He sent me the Apple TV promo that was on there, and I got the text of, Dad, don't you know him? Isn't this one of your friends? And I'm at work and I'm like, oh, okay. And so I finally get to click it and I was like, oh, hey, Paul's a new show. And I'm like, yeah, son. And then I got him because I was like, so you watch my shows? No, I didn't say that. Yeah, I know. It was like, oh, yes, you do. Yeah. I said, because how did you
Nice.
know that? And he was like, oh, all right. Yeah, I turn you on sometimes. So that was cool. I recognized him and I didn't know if you knew or not. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Thanks. So that was awesome.
That's awesome.
And then too, don't forget tomorrow during the day. I don't know what time Kevin's dropping it, but check out Boba Squadron as we go over Visions season 2, which I enjoyed it a lot. We got to an early look at that. It was really awesome and lots of cool stuff. You want a little snippet, go to the stories and check out how I ended up watching them and how maybe I shouldn't have. But yeah, I thought I was cool.
You always seem to do that, Ern. It's so that's so endearing. That's what I love about you, because you're so happy and you're so proud, and then somebody like some asshole points out, oh yeah, people think you're, you know, I gotta be that guy. Sorry, just like earlier on when you said something about your son turning you on, and I thought, oh, that's an unfortunate turn of phrase. Really,
watching
Ernie,
watching
my
the shows that I
turn
do
my
on
show
YouTube.
and watch?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yes. Somebody's definitely probably going to cut that out now too as well.
There you go.
But again, thank you, man. And for everybody who needs to check those out, where can they find you at, sir?
You can find me on YouTube. I've got my own channel, Bitter Asian Dude Inc., like Ernie so graciously mentioned earlier on before. I usually stream on Sundays, a little show called Funboxing Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, where I unbox a geeky collectible, do a half-ass review, and we chat. And there's a drinking game, and we tell people to shut up, and we have a good old time just being nerds. It's a great way to end off the week for everybody. It's wholesome, it's fun, and we have a lot of laughs, mostly at my expense. So join me there. And also you can find me on Instagram under @AngryAppa, where I do some live streams on IG. Just today I dropped one where I did a quick unboxing of some Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff. And you can follow me on Twitter @BitterAsianDude, and on Facebook, same thing under Paul SUN-HYUNG Lee, and on Twitch, which I'm barely on. But yeah, you can find me there.
Still sometimes. Say hello to Anna and the family for me, please. And again, thank you so much. And oh, you know what I saw in there during your live today that I was on my break for was your merch. So people were asking about your hat and stuff and everything. So that is available, guys. If you jumped over from there earlier today onto here, or if you guys were wondering, I have one of the cool hats. It's right back there. Stickers and everything that you can find on bitterasiandude.com. Correct?
That's correct. Thank you.
Boom. Yeah, no problem, man. Of course. Thank you again. And again, what's up to the Boba Squadron, Kevin and Yoko? Check that out tomorrow. Check me out immediately following right now in 30 minutes with the Sarlacc Digest, as we're going to do some trivia and we have some guests on. We do have another guest coming up next week that you're not going to want to miss, and join us tomorrow at the Social in Apple Valley. Bring a toy. $10 or more and you're in. We're going to be doing trivia. We have tons of great prizes to give away, drink specials, music, fun, something to celebrate tomorrow. Very cool. And then also be sure and check out toymigos with They're Not Dolls. Tomorrow they're having June on, hopefully some more Street Fighter news, some Mega Man news, and just June's a great chat in general. So don't forget to check that out. And then Boba Squadron with more stuff coming soon. Thank you guys very much. We will see you in about 30 minutes. I'll be back. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
May the 4th be with you.